And we are recording again. Thank you very much for joining us on the Weeknight Mysteries podcast. My name is Euros, and I'm here with my co-host Rain. As every week, we're here to talk about some true crime and about some new
Cases.
Yeah, we have another case. How are you, Rain, today? How are you doing?
Feeling pretty good as always. How are you?
I'm pretty good as well. Today we're going to be talking about the strange disappearance of Canadian man, 22-year-old Liam Toman, who went missing a little over a year ago. He went missing on February 2nd of 2025. So just, I think, 2 weeks ago, we had the 1 year anniversary of Liam's disappearance. And we took a look at the case. I think I ran into Liam's story on one of the blogs that I like to kind of read to gain information about what's happening in some of these cases and what's really happening. So it's more of a recent case. And Liam went missing from Mont-Tremblant. It's a ski resort in Quebec, and he was there to spend the weekend with his friends, basically to have some fun. He was there with a couple of his buddies. He himself was from Ontario, and he made the trip, the 5-hour trip, to have a weekend skiing.
With his friends, right?
With his friends. What happened was that at some point in the evening, after they arrived at the ski resort, and I believe this was day number 1, if I'm not mistaken. This is day number 1. They went out to a bar, and at some point they went out to some pizza place to eat some pizza, and then 2 of them, Liam and one of his friends, went to a club while the other friend went home because, he wanted to rest.
He was tired from skiing.
Yeah, and so they went to the club. At some point, Liam got separated from his other friend, and he was asked out of the club by the security. I think he did something minor, like he took a empty beer glass or something like that, and he started playing with it or something. So he was asked to leave the club, and then he was caught on security footage heading towards his hotel, which is, to be honest, very close to the club. The whole ski resort is a very small location. You can't get lost in there. So he was seen getting close to the hotel, but for some reason he did not go inside of the hotel. He went, by the sound of it, to the back of the hotel, which is kind of weird because I read online that the front door of this hotel, and this is coming from people who actually went there to stay and have their own vacation. The hotel front door stays open 24/7. So there really isn't any reason for him to go to the back of the hotel. Because, you would think, oh, maybe the hotel is locked or something at 3 a.m., but it's not. And then there's another CCTV footage, which we don't know if it's actually Liam, because it's just a shadowy figure in the distance. And this shadowy figure is already, quite a bit away from the hotel. So we suspect this could be Liam as he went, to the back of the hotel and kept moving. And then in around the same location where that shadow was taped, I think almost half a year later, when the snow melted, they found his wallet in that location. The wallet had his ID, his hotel key, and I'm not really sure if anything was missing from the wallet. cash.
Yeah, apparently there were no more cash there, any money.
So the cash was missing. So it's either that he spent it earlier in the day or someone took the cash.
Yeah.
And so now we think that he was, in fact, the guy in the, like, the shadowy figure, right? And what it seems like, at least on the video that we've seen, they are sort of indicating that he was maybe heading towards the mountain. And the mountain has these, like, cottages. How would I describe those homes? Like these mountain homes. And so the idea was that maybe he was going there to meet up with someone after, like after the club closed down.
Are you saying like maybe he met up with someone he knew initially, or someone he met in the pub, or someone he hasn't met before?
I think that's the way that maybe the family are thinking. I'm honestly not sure, but that's definitely a possibility. And I think police also agree that that could be a possibility.
Someone he hasn't met before.
Yeah, someone that he has not met before, or like met just recently at the club.
But the thing is, he was seen walking out of the club all alone and walking towards where the meetup spot, wherever that is, all alone.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into it. We have footage to review today because, to be honest, Liam has been caught pretty well, I would say. It's unfortunate that he wasn't caught past the hotel, but leading up to the hotel, we see him walking, to be honest, and he was alone. We also have at least one interesting clue to talk about, and there are several individuals that people commenting online suspect that they may have had something to do with his disappearance. So we have something to talk about here, and I think let's just go through it. Let's just go through the case. Anything you want to mention, like before we jump out? Did I forget something? Did something like...
No, not
jump to
really.
you?
I feel like you covered it pretty well. I think we should go ahead and talk about the details more.
Okay, so Liam Toman went missing in Mont-Tremblant ski resort, Quebec, February 2nd, 2025. He was there with his friends for the weekend. We have some images of Liam. How would you describe Liam? I would describe Liam as a very young-looking 22-year-old. Even as a 22-year-old, he looks really young.
I initially thought it was 16.
Right? He
Yeah.
looks really young.
He has a kind face, but he does look like a 16-year-old.
He looks really young.
Yeah, and when I read it was like 22, I was like, no way.
Yeah, he was born in July of in 2002 to his parents, Kathleen and Chris Toman. His parents at some point divorced, but it was mentioned that he did come from a big family. I think he has a sister, I believe. I think I read somewhere. I'm not really sure about his other siblings. He lived in Whitby, which is in Ontario, and by early 2025, I think he had graduated from Niagara College in 2024 with a diploma of electrical and electronics engineering, and he had plans to begin working in this field, probably as some sort of an engineer. However, at the time of his disappearance, he was still doing outdoor work at a resort near Balsam Lake in Ontario. So this was a different location. And it was mentioned that he was really into golfing, and he was trying to golf more, I think, before he actually goes into his full-time profession as a electronics engineer. Mm-hmm. Kathleen also said that he liked his job at the resort where he was working, and that he stayed past the summer month, which was, I think, his initial idea. to work there only for the summer. And he was working until December, so kind of working up until his disappearance. He apparently wanted to just play golf and relax, and then he was going to focus on really starting his career according to his education. Liam's family and friends have said that he was a very social person and he enjoyed skiing, golf, video games, car mechanics, and spending time with his friends. On Friday, January 31st, 2025, Liam and his two friends, Kyle Warnock and Colin Lemmings, they traveled 5 hours to Mont-Tremblant ski resort. This is around 550 kilometers away from where they were living, so it was like a long drive. Colin told the media after the fact that the location was very unique to them. They do not see those types of mountains very often in their part of Canada. And they checked into the hotel La Tour des Voyageurs 2.
Oh my gosh, for some reason, I feel like you butchered that so badly. It's French, so we apologize.
I mean, it literally says La Tour des Voyageurs 2. I mean, how would you read that?
I don't know. Can you try that again?
La Tour des Voyageurs 2? I mean, it's Uyghurs. Voyeurs.
Wait, I can't find it. Oh, isn't it Voyagers?
Voyagers?
Latour du Voyagers too?
Yeah, it's probably not Uyghurs.
Yeah, it's Voyagers.
Uyghurs are the Chinese minority.
Oh, I did not know that.
The Chinese Muslim minority. So this is not Uyghurs, this is Voyagers too.
Yeah, it's something maybe like Latour du Voyagers. Maybe, I don't know.
Latour the Voyagers too. Okay, so this
sounds better than what you initially said.
Yeah. What do you think about the hotel though?
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It feels like, from the picture at least, it looks like Switzerland. Don't you think so? It has a European vibe into it.
It looks really pretty. It looks like one of those high-end ski resorts,
Yeah.
that we see in the movies.
Yeah, I wonder how much is it for a night to stay here.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's probably I don't think it's necessarily super expensive, to be honest, but I bet it's like not cheap also.
Oh, by the way, about Liam's family. Did he come from a middle class family or slightly above?
So I don't know exactly that, but we do know that that crazy fact that I told you about, that Liam's father won 1 million, I think, Canadian dollars in the lotto, literally the year before his son disappeared. There is literally a picture. If you Google Christopher Toman, you will literally see his father holding a big 1 million Canadian dollar check, like winnings from the lotto, and the next year his son vanished. How insane.
It's a complete opposite of the year before.
It's a complete opposite. So I don't know if they were from like a middle class or not, but like I feel like that lotto winnings,
they had money.
They definitely pushed them into that like status of like they have cash now. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure like
how much.
It was never mentioned really like what kind of background he was from, but it's interesting. Why are you even asking about
No,
it?
because you mentioned he was trying to do golf.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for a middle class family, maybe it's normal.
I think golfing is affordable these days. It's not like super crazy.
But still, and then he went out with his friends and he went to a ski resort that looks like Switzerland.
Yeah, but it's Canada. It's probably what they do.
Yeah.
It's probably like...
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Is it like a regular thing? Or is it more like we're a bit from the higher end here?
I feel like it's probably regular for Canada. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe we're gonna get like some Canadian listeners telling us that they never did this in their life, but I just assume that Canadians kind of like do this type of
Like
thing.
snow.
Yeah, they probably do it at least more than us, let's say. So they arrived on Friday, but I think they started hanging out on Saturday, February 1st, 2025. All of them hit the slopes and they were skiing. I think they were even posting a lot of videos. Did you see how like
Yes.
they were filming a lot of stuff?
Like typical young people. Posting
I would-
videos.
I would even say maybe more than typical young people because they were filming like everything. Like Liam was like they were even filming one of them like getting out of bed or something. So they were
Oh
like
yeah, they were kind of. I've seen one video where it looked like they were pranking each other.
yeah, so they were kind of like really filming each other a lot on the trip. Okay, so they also had pizza for dinner, and they went to a bar called Lucille's in the afternoon. They apparently had some drinks there, and after getting some drinks at the bar, they decided to go to the club. The club is called Le Pit Caribou, and another thing to mention is that Colin decided to go back to the hotel, so it was only Kyle and Liam who were left. Another thing worth mentioning, it was a very cold night. It was minus 25 Celsius or minus 13 Fahrenheit. Kyle said that after him and Liam got to the club, they had a couple more drinks together and they sort of split up inside of the club. Then Liam actually filmed a video in the club. I don't know exactly how we got this video. I feel like Liam filmed it and then sent it to someone.
Or probably uploaded it on Instagram or something.
Yeah, exactly. And we have a video of that club. Have you seen it?
Yes.
I
It just
even-
looked like a regular club.
But it looks like there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like for the ski resort, there's like it's packed. Like I'm looking at the video right now, it's completely packed. It has like basically everyone is like touching almost. You know, what
It
I
kind of
mean?
reminds me of that. What happened? Remember that ski resort in Switzerland? I think the one that burned down.
Yes, I remember.
It felt like that because from the videos there were so many people inside.
You mean what do you mean? It felt like that?
From the video, I meant it felt like it's like the same
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
video. I would
Yeah.
even say so.
Yeah, so some time ago, I'm not sure if our listeners remember, but some time ago, I think it was a New Year's party in Switzerland.
Yeah, where there were a bunch of teenagers inside.
Yeah, a bunch of young people, and I think a lot of them unfortunately died
Yeah.
because the roof caught fire. So it kind of is, to be honest, a similar setting, and yeah, pretty scary stuff, to be honest.
It's really scary, and actually, I never thought of it. Like, I've never been to a ski resort before, and it's kind of not really astounding, but it's kind of like a shock to me at how packed these are. Because, I'm assuming it's cold in there. You're in your very thick sweaters and coats, and then you're going to take all of that out just to drink and dance.
Yeah, because usually when you think about ski resorts, you're probably thinking about cozy cocoa in like a lodge.
Or like hot wine.
Hot wine.
Yeah.
You're-
I did not think that there were like nightclubs in there.
yeah, well, I guess it's
Pretty common.
pretty common, I guess, more than we are aware about. And basically, what happened next is that the club remains open until 3 a.m., according to the Google Maps. Kyle said that on this night it began to get empty at around 2 a.m. Kyle texted Liam and he got no response. So at some point, Kyle texted him. Liam doesn't send anything back. So Kyle decided to go back to the hotel because he thought that Liam had already left. But little that Kyle knew was that Liam was still at the hotel. Kyle left the hotel at around 2:30 a.m. There were still some people inside of the club, and actually 15 minutes after Kyle left, Liam was still at the club and he was approaching a group of women. And then he was maybe trying to chat them up or something like that. A man approached Liam and told him that the women that he is approaching right now, they all have partners and kids, and that this is not where he's gonna get some girls for the night. We even have a CCTV still of this conversation, and we could see Liam and this man in the white beanie hat having a conversation that, like, you should not be hitting on these chicks. And the guy apparently who was talking to Liam was a manager of a nearby bar, and he had also spoken to the media after the fact. He explained that there was nothing, no bad blood between the two of them, and apparently they even did a fist bump and it was all good. So I assume that police is not looking into this guy as a potential suspect. Security camera footage shows Liam then finishing a beer and playfully grabbing an empty glass off the bar, which made the bouncer grab him by the neck and escort him out of the club. Feels a little bit harsh, don't you think so?
It's really harsh.
But
That's
maybe,
insane.
I was also thinking maybe the club is already closing.
But maybe like grab him by the neck and like more like gently and was guiding him out.
Yeah, maybe that's what's happening here.
But it's kind of interesting how he got kicked out apparently for just playing with the beer glass. That's interesting. Because usually there are actually, I just remembered, weren't there so many cases wherein the person who went missing was really drunk and got kicked out?
There are cases like that, and we have talked about
Multiple times, right?
not necessarily like getting kicked out or going missing, but I know a case where someone was found killed after this type of an ordeal.
No, I remember we have like at least 2 cases.
About what?
At least 2 cases wherein they were very drunk. Either they left the bar or they got kicked out. One even was stumbling, and we were thinking he fell asleep by the dumpster. Does it ring a bell?
Is this Irish?
Yeah,
An
or
Irish case?
UK, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I know what you're talking about. I forgot the man's name. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so this is not the first time we talked about something similar.
Yeah, that's true.
That's interesting.
that's-
Sorry, going back to the topic.
No, definitely. That's a good point. This scenario does happen, probably more often.
Yeah, so I'm just interested at his state when he got kicked out. Was he really, really drunk? Or what, the security just got annoyed at him for playing with his glass?
I don't know. We're gonna look at the CCTV footage, but to me, it never seemed like he's super drunk, to be honest.
Like stumbling home.
He didn't seem that way from the
Yeah.
footage, that he's really, really drunk. Okay, so basically, there was some, I think, misconception or like bad reporting done somewhere. Because if you read about this case online on the blog posts and stuff like that, then you will see that some of them mentioned that Liam was actually leaving the club with 2 women at 3 a.m. And they walked past another 2 men fighting, and then Liam apparently said something to these 2 men, but they just laughed him off because he was speaking in English. And in this part of Canada, I think they're more used to speaking in French, I believe. But I think this is completely wrong because everything that we've seen from the official like reporting, from the media, and from the CCTV footage, he is completely alone all the time.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this? That he apparently left with 2 women and he walked past 2 men fighting, which he like said something to them and they laughed at him.
No.
I don't know
And
where
don't we have-
where this came from.
Yeah, and don't we have CCTV footages of him just walking alone?
Yeah, that's exactly what we have. And so I would assume that he's walking alone, to be honest. And we see him at 3:10 a.m. walking towards his hotel on CCTV. Liam's parents said that they think their son was moving with a mission and that he was multitasking as he was walking, since he was also texting. We see him in one of the CCTV footages actually texting someone. We actually know who he was texting. He sent a message to his father, Chris, and he said, "Meet me outside." Chris thinks that this was actually a mistake by Liam and that, in fact, Liam was probably sending this message to Kyle or something. And I sort of am leaning towards, because
Yeah.
meet me outside. But this is kind of...
Wait, Kyle was the one who was in the hotel, or was the one who was in the bar?
He was the one in the club with Liam, but he left a little bit earlier. He left like half an hour earlier before Liam left.
Okay.
So who do you think Liam wanted to send a message, "Meet me outside"?
Oh,
to?
definitely one of his friends. Definitely.
But I was thinking, is there a chance that he's also texting someone he met in the club? Or he thinks he's texting someone he met at the club?
I don't think so, because I'm trying to picture it in a way that if he just met another person, this new person is a new contact, and it wouldn't be so close to his father's contact. So I'm assuming one of his friends is like above, for the history of messages, just maybe above or below his father.
Maybe like recent contacts.
Recent contacts, and maybe just accidentally clicked on his father instead.
Yeah, I could see that happening. That sort of makes sense to me as well. The last sighting of Liam came at 3:20 a.m. He was seen on CCTV near his hotel. He was actually speaking with two seasonal workers. They later came forward and tried to give their take to the media. Apparently, these people, the seasonal workers, were Hugo Fournier and Guillaume Strub. Oh man, I'm sorry. I definitely mispronounced Guillaume Strub? Mr. Strub's name.
I think you said Stroop correctly, but I don't know about the first name.
How would you say it?
I have no idea.
You're not even gonna try.
I'm not even gonna try.
So the two seasonal workers, they basically came forward and they said that they had a short chat with Liam and that apparently Liam did not seem distressed. They told investigators that they did not recall the specifics of the brief interaction with Liam. Later in the summer of the same year, Hugo went on a radio show and said that he doesn't remember Liam being in distress at all. Hugo said, "If there had been an emergency at that time and I could have seen that he needed a favor, I know we would have helped him, obviously." Hugo also has since stopped talking to the media. He said he doesn't want to get into any more trouble.
More trouble? That means...
I'm not really sure what he means by that.
His place of employment, probably.
That he would get fired if he talks.
Yeah, wasn't the hotel they were staying at, wasn't it uncooperative in the very beginning?
That's true. The hotel wasn't cooperating at first as much as everyone wanted them to kind of cooperate. Or at least they weren't spreading the message that, there's a
It felt like they
person.
were denying it happened, actually.
They were trying to keep their squeaky clean image for the tourists. Okay, so what else do we have here about the two men? So not really anything other than that we don't really see them on camera. We don't really see them on CCTV, but we see Liam on CCTV in the distance next to his hotel speaking to someone and then later pointing. Do you remember that CCTV?
Yeah, extending his arm or something.
Yeah. Liam was pointing as if he was showing them where he was going or something.
Or, from the way I looked at it, he was asking for directions. Like, I felt like at one point he was like, "Oh, is it that way?"
Yeah.
And then I kind of had the feeling like the people who who we were talking to, they were like, "Yeah," and so he went forward. At least that's what I initially thought of it.
No, but that's a good point. That's a good point. It could have been Liam asking for, or like confirming a direction.
Yeah, because it seemed like he was the one who approached them, and then he extended his arm and he went back to his way of going somewhere where he wanted to go.
Yeah, that's a good point. So there is no footage of Liam entering the hotel. Instead of entering the hotel, he went to the side of the hotel near the street. He has not been seen since, and his phone, bank accounts, and social media have not been accessed since he sent that last text message to his father. Okay? And now we have this map, and maybe you could take a look at the map, the one with like the shadow kind of like location stamp. Do you see the one with the shadow?
Yes.
So this is basically, I'm going to be also showing this on the YouTube channel for our listeners. You could see I marked where the club is at, the hotel, and the shadow. The shadow is, the suspected last sighting of Liam. It's not confirmed because the figure in the distance was kind of hard to like recognize, but I will say that right at around the same area where the shadow figure was seen on camera, his wallet was found once the snow melted.
Oh.
So we have his wallet sort of in that direction. So would you agree with me that this is most likely Liam where the shadow location area marker is at? Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Because what are the chances that it's not him in that him being that figure in the distance?
There's a chance, but in this case it seemed like it was really him.
That's right. My natural question to you is, what is Liam doing there? Like, he was supposed to go to the hotel, and where the shadow location is at, it's already quite okay. It's the same distance away from the hotel, just in the other direction.
Pretty far.
As the club.
Yeah, it seemed like he walked a fair amount of distance at that point.
So let's think about it for a second. Liam sends a message to his father saying, "Meet me outside." Obviously, he's not, he's confused. So what does that tell us? That tells us that probably Liam is at least somewhat intoxicated. Like, to mix up like his dad.
Oh no, I'm assuming he was intoxicated.
Right.
Not somewhat.
Because you don't just send the message to the wrong person. I mean, I guess you could in theory, if you're chatting with a lot of people, I guess you could by accident, but I feel like this basically plays into the idea that maybe he was intoxicated. And I mean, he's coming from a club where he was drinking, so like...
Until 3 a.m.
Yeah, so it's not completely out of the... Like, it's not completely crazy to say that he was intoxicated.
Yeah.
Let's just say he was intoxicated. And then he sent the message to his father, meet me outside. And he probably wanted to, oh my God, he probably wanted to send it to like Kyle. Let's say Kyle, because his other friend Colin, or what was his name? I think Colin, he was already sleeping. So he's out of the picture. I think maybe he wanted to write to Kyle, meet me outside.
Because Kyle was texting him the whole night. Where are you at?
I was thinking about this. Maybe he was trying to get Kyle to come out of the hotel so that the two of them could move into the after party.
The thing is, I was also thinking maybe it's not the after party. He got kicked out, and
Yeah.
I have a feeling that maybe, just maybe, he had this idea of where to go next. Like, I don't know, a viewpoint or something. And he had this great idea, so he messaged his friend Kyle like, "Hey, meet me outside. Let's go somewhere," something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyle did not respond, and so he went on his own.
Yeah, no, it could be a viewpoint, to be honest, because he was heading towards the like cliff location where the other homes are at. But to be honest, the direction where he was heading, it was also like these like I would assume for rent cottages or
Yeah.
something like that. So I also think there probably is a chance that he was heading to some sort of an after party. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, but the thing is, why only him? Didn't he meet anyone at the bar, or wasn't there anyone else who would go?
Maybe they already went. Maybe they already. Maybe these people that he met at the, because he was at the club for at least I would say a couple hours or something like that. So maybe these are the people that left early and gave him his contact. But then, okay, how would it play out? Like if he actually was supposed to go to some after party, and then no one ever came forward. So if this after party exists, let's say, right, into the cliffside, then someone is purposely not coming forward,
withholding
information,
yeah.
right? And that's kind of weird.
To be honest, I really do not think it's an after party, mainly because of the coverage of this case in that area. It was massive in that area. Even the locals were looking for him.
Because if it's like a big after party, if it's like a big thing,
yeah, someone would have noticed, someone would have known.
there's a lot of people that would have to stay quiet. If it's like a really big, like let's say if it's like a 10 to like 20 people after party.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of more convinced that it was just a trip that he potentially made on the spot.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, sometimes you just don't want to end the night, and you're like, okay, I just want to go out for a walk.
Yeah, like a misadventure.
Yeah.
Like a misadventure. Okay, fair enough.
So far, I'm more convinced that it's
Fair enough.
going in that direction, other than a big after party, but no one really came forward.
Fair enough. But what about his wallet? Is his wallet on the ground because he is so intoxicated and he loses it? Or is his wallet on the ground because, to be honest, why is his wallet on the ground?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why is his wallet on the ground?
With no more cash in it.
But it had other stuff, right? Well, let's
His
kinda,
ID and the hotel access key.
Let's kind of keep moving here. I still have some details. Liam's phone remained active and online until 6:24 p.m. the following day, which was Sunday, February 2nd. So this information came from Liam's father, and I think it also came from the video that we've seen on YouTube, like the reporting by the media on the case. This means that his phone was online and active for 15 hours after he left the club. 15 hours. And I assume that 15 hours in that cold, like if he would, and ended up in like a water.
And this is not just -10, -15.
-25. This is freezing. Like
This is
beyond
insane,
freezing. This
yeah.
is beyond freezing. This is super cold, like -13 Fahrenheit. It's crazy. When Liam's friends realized that he had not returned to the hotel, they assumed that he had slept elsewhere. They started calling him again and again in the morning. Apparently, Kyle called him every hour. At some point, he started calling 2 times an hour, and sometime in the afternoon, he reported him missing to his father. Liam's parents, Chris and Kathleen, alongside with Chris's new wife Lara, they arrived at the resort at 4 a.m. on the Monday, which was the next day. They drove through the night. They basically, Kathleen and Lara said that they shared the same thought. Kathleen and I looked at each other and we said, "He's not here. We know him. He's not in the snow. He's not here." Kathleen said we just couldn't fathom it. We were numb. We were completely numb with shock. So Liam's mother thinks that her son is not in the snow and he's not there anymore. I'm not sure what to make of it, to be honest. The search for Liam lasted for 12 days. Authorities used horses and dogs, as well as snowmobiles and helicopters. And there was a huge map made of all of the locations searched, and it does look like the search was very thorough around the hotel area, to be honest, around the resort area. Liam's family said that they were not aware of any mental health struggles that Liam was going through that could have made him vanish, and they said that they did not know of any depression, and they said that they believe Liam was in a great state of mind and he was happy. And to be honest, I'm with him.
Yeah, me too.
Because I looked at the footage of Liam kind of like joking around with his friends, and really seems like he's been super chatty with people. And even his last confirmed like sighting where he's like pointing at something, it looks like he's not about to, like, let's put it this way, commit
End
self-harm.
things, yeah.
He doesn't. I'm not feeling that he's about to like do something bad.
Same here. Mainly because he texted his friend.
Yeah, that's true. He texted his friend. He wanted to meet him outside. It doesn't feel like he wanted to
Just end things right there.
end things right there.
No, because why would he send that message if he wanted to?
Good point.
It felt like he wanted to extend the night more.
Yeah, good point. And I think like we never heard anything about this scenario from police, and I sort of believe that police also did not consider this scenario.
Yeah.
And even if he would have, and he would have left his wallet on the ground, which is, to me, him leaving the wallet on the ground is more like, it feels more like he's
Accidental?
accident and it's like stumbling, or it could be foul play, but it doesn't feel like, oh,
He intentionally left
he's
it there.
intentionally like about to commit self-harm and then he'll discard his wallet on the ground. It just
Yeah.
feels like too sloppy. Too sloppy. So yeah, the snow started melting by the end of March of 2025, and on March 2nd, the resort worker found Liam's wallet near one of the parking lots. This parking lot apparently is located close to the shadowy figure that we see from the footage, but we can't fully confirm it's Liam, but we suspect it is, because the coincidence is kind of crazy. His driver's license, credit card, and the hotel access card were still inside. There's no mention about no cash. Do you remember what he said on the video?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, his family was thinking it might have been something more sinister or criminal, mainly because of the lack of cash. He had some cash there. But I'm thinking it could also be due to the partying in a bar situation.
It could be that he spent all his cash and maybe like, gave it as a tip, like
Potentially,
the
yeah.
remaining.
Or someone could have stole it.
Someone could have found the wallet earlier, picked it up, someone who doesn't even know about Liam's case.
Yeah.
They found, how like someone's walking past, like
a
let's
tourist.
say a tourist, and there's like 200 Canadian dollars, and you just take
Might
it.
as well, yeah.
Yeah, you take it and you leave the wallet on the ground because you don't even know about this case. You don't know that Liam is a missing person, and you just leave it there.
Yeah, or I was also thinking maybe he met some terrible human beings over there.
Yeah, no, we're gonna maybe like also get into that one. That like how would it play out if there was foul play? So before the wallet was located, the leading theory was that Liam got lost after leaving the club and he had died of hypothermia. After they found the wallet, new possibilities emerged. So police immediately conducted another search of the area right after they found the wallet. And I don't know, like to me, the video kind of seemed like they started shifting their motivations, or like, sorry, not motivations, but like their whole approach. The police started shifting the whole approach to kind of like investigate the crime, right? After the wallet was found, it feels like the police started looking at it from a different perspective, potentially. Liam's dad said that he had cash in the wallet, in the wallet which was missing. So I'm not sure how he knows about it. Is he guessing, or is he like certain for a fact that Liam had money in the wallet? I guess we will never know unless like he tells us. After the wallet discovery, authorities searched for Liam again and nothing more was found. Additional searches were conducted in April and November of 2025. The Quebec Provincial Police said that when doing an investigation about a missing person, everything is on the table. It's a disappearance that's pretty rare since there is no evidence of what has happened to Liam. It's important for the public to think the unthinkable. Any shred of information can be crucial. Liam's father told the media that he believed his son was the victim of a criminal act. Chris said that somebody else was involved. It could be an accident, it could be something that escalated. Liam is not where he wants to be. We don't know if someone set him up or there was a robbery that went a little sideways. We feel in our hearts that there's somebody else involved. And then Sergeant Catherine Bernard said that investigators have not concluded that foul play was involved, but all hypotheses are being explored, and the police force continues to seek information from the public. Police also came out, and this is something concrete finally. Police came out and they said they have a clue about a white vehicle. They are looking at surveillance right now and they're trying to enhance the footage. This is the last piece of information I have about some white vehicle. And did you hear anything about it?
I only heard about the white vehicle.
Yeah, the white vehicle. So I'm just assuming that they're probably talking about some white vehicle that was also captured on camera, probably like driving around, at the same time when Liam was last seen near the hotel. And most likely that's the only car, because why are they specifically like zoning in on this one white vehicle?
That's true.
It's probably because it's the only car at 3 a.m. in that area that's like moving around, right?
Yeah. I'm wondering if, I don't know, I'm just wondering, and I know this is just a question that nobody might be able to answer, but I'm wondering if that car was within the same parking lot where they found the wallet.
Yeah, this is probably, police could definitely answer this question.
You think so?
Oh, well, they know where, they saw
But
the white car.
Based from the description, it seemed like they saw it roaming around instead of like an actual place where they saw it.
Well, the only description that I remember is that there's a white vehicle that they're looking into. I don't think they described anything more
Like
than
a s-
that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they described the actions of the white vehicle, unless you remember something.
No, I vaguely remember it, but maybe I'm wrong in this regard.
Yeah, so they have this white vehicle that they're looking at, and I'm not really sure what's behind it. I'm just assuming right now that it's basically the only other kind of car that was moving around.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. At 3 a.m.
Yeah, but the person driving the car never came forward, as I believe. And is it strange? Maybe not.
It could be strange, but also it could be a tourist.
It could be a tourist who has no idea about Liam.
Yeah, the most annoying part about this case is that it's a ski resort and it's basically like a pit stop for everyone else.
Yeah, and then as a tourist, let's say you're someone at like the Mont-Tremblant resort, and like let's say you're staying there, right? Okay, wait. First of all, I'm even thinking, what are you even doing at 3 a.m. driving around? So you have to be sober. And why are you there? Are you just a passerby car?
I'm thinking maybe.
Maybe it's like a shuttle, or could it be like a Uber? Can it be like someone
Do
driving?
they even have Uber up there?
I think maybe, I don't know, but could it be like someone that, like someone collecting drunk people from the
Could be.
from the
yeah.
club and driving them up the mountain into their like lodges?
Yeah, it could be.
It could be something like that, right? Because who else is, to be honest, driving around in that small little location at 3 a.m.?
Wild thought. Maybe it's someone who's afraid their car won't work in the morning.
Ah, that's a good one.
It's cold. It's minus 25 to what, minus 30?
Yeah. Maybe it's someone, but then you have to be sober at 3 a.m. in kind of like this resort town. It's like there really is no reason for you to be in a car. Regardless, my initial question is like, if you're someone who goes to the ski resort for one or another reason, I don't know, you end up in your car at 3 a.m. and you drive somewhere. Maybe it's like you're driving to someone else's house. I don't know.
Or maybe you're just simply driving around looking at how pretty the mountains are.
Okay.
At 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's completely dark. It's not like cityscape.
Let's just play around with it, right? Let's say that that's the case. Would you not ever find out about Liam's case?
Okay, let's say I am from America. And I came to that mountain for, let's say, a week. And it could be my last night. And then I drove back the next day. Never looked back. There's a possibility.
That you never found out about. Like, how many people would still Google the location that they went to for a vacation? Like, me personally, I would.
Yeah.
If I go somewhere for a vacation, I would Google the next year, like something about it. Like just
Yeah.
a quick like glance at
Like,
it.
what did we miss when we were there?
But to
Something
be
like that.
honest, even if you Google it, even if you Google Mont-Tremblant ski resort,
It's not the first thing that pops up.
yeah, they're not gonna show Liam Toman's case immediately. You kind of almost need to be a little bit into like true crime in order to even know about it. I wonder, like, because I know the local residents, they probably are aware
I
because
think they are.
the family came back, this and that, so they did a lot of good work. But I think really it's the people who just went there for a vacation. Would they know? Would they know that Liam is missing?
And it's not as if this case became widespread in Canada. It's not national level, right?
It is.
It is?
It is a big case in Canada. I would say this is a big case in Canada. It had a lot of coverage.
Oh, so well then
And it
that's
had a
weird.
lot of local coverage. It had a lot of Quebec coverage. Because I've seen some French reporting on it. So I assume it's like the local station picking it up.
No, but what about, for example, you're a tourist from the US? Would it reach you?
No, unless you would specifically look for the resort, and even then it would probably not reach you. So I guess like this whole long like conversation right now is basically us saying that
We're just trying
it's
to.
it's like sorry, it's
Yeah.
likely that there's a huge chance that like they don't the person in the car could be innocent, and I think it's a pretty good chance that they don't even know about Liam's case.
Yeah.
So them not coming forward to police,
Could be just ignorance. Or maybe just they just really didn't hear about it.
yeah, I think it could be that way. So
But it could also be something more sinister. We're always open to that idea. We have to explore that idea too.
yes, of course, and good point about it. Could be sinister as well. On the 1-year anniversary of Liam's disappearance, police set up a command post near the hotel that Liam had been staying at. They hoped that the timing of the setup might jog someone's memory, because the goal was to meet with tourists and regulars who make the annual trip to the resort. So I guess police had something similar in mind. Kathleen, Liam's mother, asked that anyone who was at the resort around February of 2025 would look through their photos, noting that even the smallest detail in the background of a picture could provide a breakthrough in this case. Liam's father said, "Every milestone's hard, so we want that to weigh on somebody so they will come forward or get drunk or break up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend and finally say, yeah, you know what, this is what happened," and they would help break the case. Police know that Liam was wearing a black and dark green Welcome Snow jacket over a green sweater and plaid shirt, as well as black snow pants. He had on a black and white level wear beanie and boots. And also there's a $50,000 reward being offered for any information that leads to locating Liam Toman. So I kind of ran out of details in this case already. That's basically all we know about Liam's case. So I will say this. I will say that the things that kind of jumped out to me in Liam's case, or like the details that kind of we could like that tell us the most, for me is like these are the things I kind of marked down for myself. One would be that Liam was actually talking to some women in the club, and that kind of indicates that, to me, it feels like he's in a good state of mind, like in a relaxed state of mind.
Yes, he was happy, or at least he was enjoying the moment.
Yeah, he was enjoying the moment. He texted his father by accident, "Meet me outside." Most likely wanted to text one of his friends, potentially Kyle. He even spoke to some seasonal workers. We reviewed that CCTV footage. You had a really good catch that maybe he's actually asking for directions. But to me, didn't you find it a little bit weird that the two seasonal workers did not remember anything about the conversation?
That's super weird. I wanted to bring it up way earlier, but yeah,
You find
it's
it
really
weird
odd.
that they don't remember anything about the conversation with Liam.
There was even this thing wherein one of them didn't have like a jacket on because it was stolen or something. I don't know if you came across that, but it's something like that. It was in a documentary.
Okay, I actually don't know what you're talking about. Can you share some light on this?
Okay, actually, let me just quickly go back to it and find more information and then.
Let's do it. Okay, we went back and we looked back and Rain. What did we find out? Can you tell us?
So one of them had their jacket stolen from the bar, and they were quickly going to the garage to warm up. And apparently, Liam approached them as they were walking towards the garage from the back. But they had a conversation, but they don't remember what it was about, which is pretty weird to me. It's just like, how many people are you going to interact with in the middle of the night?
No, for me it's not weird at all.
How come?
After watching this video, I will say for me it's not weird at all.
Do you think they were high or intoxicated as
No,
well?
I think they had probably a couple of drinks. 3 a.m. One of them was super cold, and I feel like they said that Liam approached them from behind. But let's remember that in the CCTV footage, Liam is the only person captured on camera. We don't really know how far away Guillaume and Hugo were from Liam.
Yeah, it could be just a farther distance, a little bit
It
of a
could have
louder
been
conversation.
so basically, but that's good that we went back and checked this because now we know that Liam was the one who approached them. So Liam shouted out to
Maybe.
the two workers about something, and then he pointed something. I'm kind of getting super convinced, super convinced. First of all, I think it's kind of really bad that these two seasonal workers don't remember like what the conversation was, because I think this is literally probably the most important conversation in the case. And then what I'm also thinking now, and this is like, you brought up a really good point earlier when you said that maybe Liam was asking for directions, and then when he was pointing, maybe he was confirming.
Yeah, is it that way?
Is
Something
it
like
that
that?
something like that? Is it that way? And we're going to be showing the CCTV on the YouTube channel so people could kind of like take a look and guess for themselves as well. But like what I'm thinking right now is that I'm thinking that maybe Liam was definitely not that drunk to not find his hotel. He was literally in front of the hotel. He found his way from the club to like literally the front door of his hotel super easily. So you're telling me he needs to ask for directions where his hotel is? He is literally like 5 meters away from the front door. So I don't think I don't think he can
He
find
was
the hotel
walking like
on a mission.
yeah.
Like he
and
knows what
sober.
he's doing. He's yeah, and he's texting someone. Sure, he sent it to his dad, but it's not that bad. I really think what's happening now, and I'm kind of getting super convinced to the point where it's kind of like weird and eerie, that he was asking where are like the other homes, the other sort of resort, or like address. He's asking for an address,
Or a location,
or
yeah.
like a location. But I'm thinking maybe address or something.
No, because the way the seasonal workers talked about it feels like a very brief interaction, like a 2-second one that they don't even
Yeah,
remember it the
good
next day.
point.
Like, oh, is this the way to the park? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not necessarily like, oh, it's just like the
Super
Queen
specific,
Avenue
yeah.
57B. Okay, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was really like he was asking for maybe like a mountaintop, or like where's
Something like that. That's what I'm assuming, because I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the seasonal workers. What kind of conversation will I forget the next day? Maybe I'm also intoxicated at that point, but I think it also could be just a very brief interaction.
You could forget it. You know how you could forget it? You could forget it if you were made aware of Liam's disappearance like a year after, or like a half a year after.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you remember the next day, but maybe you don't remember like I don't know, after a couple months. Anyways, like what I'm thinking right now, super strongly, that Liam had no intention at the moment to go to the hotel.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And this wasn't like a super obvious thing. When you look into like Liam's case, they literally just say, oh, he was supposed to go to the hotel, but he for some reason went to the back of the hotel. Maybe, just maybe, he wasn't supposed to go to the hotel. Maybe he was supposed to go somewhere else. And so maybe he wanted to like kind of go like to some higher elevation to look at the resort at night or something.
That's what I was assuming, yeah. And
He wanted to go with Kyle. Kyle didn't reply, and he was like, I'm going to make this trip on my own.
yeah, that's what I was assuming. And to be honest, going back really quickly on that seasonal workers topic, I'm also, at first I was weirded out. Like, how come they don't remember an interaction? Like, were they high or were they intoxicated? But then I remember one of them didn't have a jacket on. So at that moment, they had a bigger problem. One is getting really cold. It's negative 25 degrees Celsius. And a random person just asked for a general direction. They were like, yeah, it's that way. And then they went back to their problem of like, one is getting really cold, let's run.
Oh yeah, dude, I completely agree with this. Like that the two seasonal workers are not suspicious to me at all. And to be honest, the seasonal workers, if you go on Facebook or if you go on Reddit, people are actually heavily suspecting seasonal workers.
Yeah.
And to be honest, after watching the documentary and thinking about it right now, I'm kind of not leaning towards seasonal workers. Or let's say I'd be pretty surprised if they were involved. Just doesn't look like they're involved in this case.
Yeah, because imagine it was negative 25 late at night and you didn't have a jacket on and someone asked you a random question and then months after police started asking about
Maybe
it. I wouldn't
they didn't
remember.
even hear the question properly.
Potentially.
And these Guillaume and Hugo, they feel like they're French speakers. Maybe they are not even that comfortable with English.
Oh, that's true, but I assume that Liam also could speak French. No?
I think Liam was an English speaker. I'm not sure, but I've never seen him speak French ever. So on video, maybe he does, but I've just not seen him speak French on video. And Guillaume definitely feels like he's a French
Hugo.
speaker. And Hugo, yeah, Fournier. Fournier is a French last name.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, maybe they're French speakers, maybe they didn't hear. Regardless, I think it's a red herring. I'm going to say this. I feel like seasonal workers, red herring, in my opinion. But I'm also right now thinking, how do you solve this case and what do you do? Because they did a 12-day search and we have a map and they searched in all of the right places. You know what I mean? So is this a situation where this location is so hard to find, unfortunately, human remains?
I read that it's a massive mountain location.
Could it be that he was trying to get to like some specific location?
Yeah, I wonder which.
And he got, sorry for interrupting.
I'm sorry.
And he got lost along the way.
That's what I was.
That's what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I'm wondering what spot was he walking towards? Like, back of the hotel. In which general direction was he heading to? Up the mountains or down the mountains? Or west or east?
Like where the shadowy figure is and where his wallet was found?
Yeah, basically where he was heading. Because he was heading somewhere.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He was definitely heading in a direction. He was heading, to be honest, he was, by the looks of it, if that shadow is him and his wallet is kind of close to the shadow, so I believe that's him. I think he was heading... Well, to be honest, he could have been heading anywhere because he was on the road. From what
The main road.
Yeah, this is a pretty like main road, to be honest, where his wallet was found. It's kind of like close to the main road. I will say this, to me, it seems like he wasn't necessarily heading anywhere because we don't really have information if he was specifically going up to that mountain. We don't have that. He's literally last seen, we believe, as a shadowy figure on the main road, and his wallet is found adjacent to the main road. So him getting picked up by like a white vehicle can't be... it cannot be excluded as a possibility. Like foul play cannot be excluded.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of how thorough the search for Liam was. And I don't think you can exclude that he got into a car with someone.
Yes.
And the fact that his wallet is missing is the one weird thing, how likely is it that he just lost it and there was no cash in it? Like, it's very, very convenient.
It's very convenient.
He lost it. Okay, the cash thing, whatever. The cash thing, maybe like some scavenger guy picked
Or
it
it
up.
could also be he was robbed.
No, but that's foul play, though. That immediately changed everything, right? So if he was robbed, then we suspect crazy stuff. So what do they need to do now? What do police need to do? Well, I think...
I feel like they did everything that they can.
Yeah, what are they doing? Like, I hope they did everything they can.
Yeah, from the looks of it, even the locals are
They need to check...
scouting the area.
They need to check absolutely every car that they can that was... and every resident of every establishment, which I hope they did already, that were staying, during January and February of 2025.
I'm not even sure if hotels could provide that information.
To police?
Do you think they can?
I think they should.
Yeah.
I think they should. I mean, I'm not sure how it works in Canada. I'm just because if they can't, then this is like complicates the case.
There's also, I've seen like some posts on Reddit saying that he could have sought refuge in a dumpster, and the truck came in, and terrible thing happened.
I've seen the same same thing you've seen.
Yeah, but within that thread, someone also commented that there are cameras in the garbage bins or garbage trucks in Canada, so someone would have seen him.
It just feels like he left the hotel vicinity.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he's in the garbage bag.
Me too.
Why would he even go into a garbage bin?
My biggest fear
He literally could just go through the front door in his hotel. Is it likely that for some reason he was like, I'm just going to go sleep in the garbage bin until the morning?
It doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
At all. My biggest fear about this case, and the thing is I'm kind of really convinced that this is the thing that happened. He was intoxicated way more than he was capable of. Basically, he was very intoxicated. And
he's a skinny guy.
Yeah.
He's a skinny guy. He's really, really skinny.
Yeah. So my thought was he was very intoxicated and he wanted to prolong the night. He was tired, he was intoxicated, and he wanted to go on another bit of adventure before heading back. He was excited. Hey, this is the
first day out.
First day out.
You want to don't want the party to stop.
22-year-old, yeah. And then it was really cold outside. And hey, we recently had this -25 to -30 here in Lithuania, and it was painful.
We didn't even go outside at -25 or -30.
Yeah.
That was during the night. It was painful. -20 was painful for us. And we never went outside when it was like -25. So,
Yeah.
So who knows what it feels like.
I'm assuming it was really, really painful just to walk outside, just to breathe. And then he was tired. He didn't know he was exhausted. He didn't know he was that intoxicated. He wanted to have more adventure. And he got lost. And my biggest fear is that there are small crevices up that mountain. And he fell to one of those.
Like an accident happened.
Like the wallet, maybe he slipped. He fell out, he kept going. And then he just got lost. And you know how winter plus alcohol, very, very bad combination because you don't know that you're actually getting cold. And then, yeah.
So do you think that Liam's case will be resolved one day?
I hope so. Jeez, I hope so for his family.
Do you think they're gonna find his remains in a crevice in the Mont-Tremblant mountain? I mean, obviously, they have to think of it from this perspective. Where would 22-year-old Liam Toman go to extend the party just for an hour or two?
There's a lake, right?
What is the destination that you wanna see so bad as a kid that you're like, okay, I'm gonna go there just like my
Like screw it, right?
yeah, like I'm just gonna go there.
Adventure time.
Yeah, adventure time. What is the adventure location? Because
Top of the mountain,
top of the mountain,
peak, or body of water.
So they need to look at. So the body of water, everything was frozen.
Okay.
Minus 25.
Oh yeah, everything's frozen.
Everything is frozen, so I don't think he could get into the water. At least I'm just using my logic right now. It's minus 25. Like it has to be frozen shut. Everything in this location.
Definitely, yeah.
So he's not in the water because how could he? Like he literally can't get into the water. So
Yeah.
So he's going on a mountain. He wants to see something, and that he gets.
Was he heading up
lost.
north or down south?
So he was going south, I think.
So he was going not to the peak then. He was going somewhere else.
No, we don't know that. I don't think we know that.
No, like the general direction where he was caught in the CCTV. Was it upwards or downwards? South?
No, he was going south, but the mountain could be south also. It's not like the whole world is like
No, I know. I'm just trying to
gets more like it's not like we're living on this big huge hill.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. I don't know.
Was he heading up the mountains or down the mountains? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't think we know that, to be honest. We don't, because we literally have that shadowy figure at the road, and that's it. So I will say this. I will say that to me, to be honest, I can't put it just as a misadventure, to be honest, just because of that wallet. I just can't fully say it. And then police came out and they said they're looking at some white vehicle. I don't know. I'm interested to see what our listeners think about Liam's case. Maybe you have some ideas what could have happened here. But to me, I will say this: just because of the wallet, I'm not convinced that it's
a misadventure.
Because there's a cashless wallet on the ground. And that's, to me, kind of weird and very convenient to just drop it. And it's right next to the road. It's not like it slipped somewhere heading in the mountain direction. It literally just slipped somewhere there. And it could be also the case where Liam he didn't have a direction. He just wanted to go for a walk. Maybe he wasn't heading anywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, I just want to walk around a bit.
Yeah.
And he could have run into foul play.
He could have, yeah.
Because honestly, another thing I will mention, the location where the wallet was found, it's literally right next to a pretty big parking lot, like really big parking lot. And people would be driving out of that parking lot and he would be getting into an altercation in this location.
But he seemed like not the type of guy who would go into an altercation.
Definitely. You don't know that necessarily.
Yeah,
He looks like a night guy, yeah.
From the documentaries, from the people he interacted with in
No, but
the
maybe
pub?
he was getting robbed or something. Maybe he had no
I thought
chance.
you meant he started a fight.
Oh,
or
no,
something.
that's not what I'm saying at all. I think if you look at the map, generally, the location where his wallet was found is the location where you would get robbed at 3 a.m. Overall, this whole town looks very safe. But if you had to pick where's the most likely place for criminal activity, like I would put it here. It's on the main road. It's kind of already away from
No cameras?
No establishments nearby, and a big parking lot. So, and
What could go wrong?
And his wallet is there. So the more I'm thinking about it, I can't really rule out anything here. And to be honest, I think what we need to do, we should keep our eyes on this case, on Liam Toman's case, and see if something new comes out.
Because it feels like something would come out of here.
I mean,
Maybe not, but it feels like, I don't
it
know.
could, yeah.
It could be. But anyways, I hope something will, and I hope we find him. Hopefully alive and well.
Yeah. I think let's wrap this episode up. Please leave your thoughts as well in the comments. What do you think could have happened to Liam? Thank you for all of our new listeners this week. And I guess we're just gonna go back and look into some other cases or some stuff, and we'll be back here.
And hey, we'll make another one if there's anything to talk about.
Of
If something
course.
pops up, we'll be here.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank
and
you.
Have a nice rest of the day. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.